I had been contemplating a way of doing loose tenon joinery for a small project, and whilst I could have visited a friend or two to use their domino, I thought it would be good to see if I could come up with an alternative. I had seen some videos of various options that others had constructed, often out of plywood, and I also researched some of the small router adapters on the market. In the end, I went with a design I could manufacture on my 3D printer. The system needed to be robust, safe, and have repeatable, accurate cuts. This is the second iteration of the design. It incorporates visual guides for adjustment and movable stops for repeatability. Using the adapter with my Makita laminate trigger in its plunge router base is the key to the system. You simply slide the router up and down in the jig with progressively deeper cuts. I use a 1/4 inch spiral upcutter, and as you can see, it leaves a nice mortise. This timber is lemon-scented gum reclaimed from a fallen tree from the Illawarra region of New South Wales. A beautiful dark and dense timber with fine grain. It's a shame the other half wants the legs and stretchers painted satin black to match some of our existing furniture. So let's put the jig to use. Note that I'm using the branded side of the jig as my reference. Important to note so we get the opposing parts to line up correctly. I have already determined where I want the two mortises to go and have chosen the holes for the pin to go in for the top and bottom cuts. I then place the jig on the face to be cut with the correct pin pressed into place. I clamp the jig securely and then I can commence the plunge cuts. In short time, I have a really nice mortise. Change the pin and cut the second mortise. Test fit the loose tenon to ensure that it all works, and rinse and repeat on each leg. Being sure to cut the correct faces. Check twice, cut once. I can then cut the mortises on the stretchers using the same methodology. Being sure to use the reference side of the jig and the top of the stretcher. Note I've added a 10mm spacer, the orange part, under the fence, as I want the stretchers set 10mm in from the edge of the legs. The loose tenons I make to fit the mortises using my router table. And there it is. Pretty happy with how this all worked out. Thanks for watching and happy building.